Y'all, welcome to our show, man. 1 plus 1 equals
2.
Relationships is all about
Addition and subtraction.
I'm one of your hosts, Trey Verdejo.
And I'm Gina Verdejo.
You know it's true, I wanna go with you. I'll be right there, straight holding you. Whatever it takes.
What it is.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. 2023.
Wow, 2023. Feel like we've been gone forever.
Anyway, you know what it is. It's your boy, Trey Verdejo.
It's your girl, Gina Verdejo.
And welcome to 1 plus 1 equals
2.
Relationship is all about
Addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
Feel like it's been a minute, but we are back.
Yes. I really appreciate those who've been rocking with us.
And thank you to everybody who's been asking, when y'all gonna drop y'all next episode? 2022, the end of the year was really crazy. It was busy.
Yeah.
We had a lot going on, y'all. Real life.
Tired too.
Real life. But anyway, we back for 2023.
So let's kind of talk a little bit about last year. You know what I mean? Let me get your perspective. How you feel? How you think we did? Or it's like,
I was really glad we made it through 14 episodes.
Yeah.
And out of the 14 episodes, each one, we got more in detail. We got a lot of feedback back and forth. And it just felt, it was pretty good, right?
Yes.
It was cool.
Definitely.
I felt like it was cool. 2022 for us was a really big deal because we were still trying to incorporate episodes while we had other stuff going on. So it worked out. I think it worked out.
Oh, no, for sure. Definitely 2022. Every time we do an episode, I definitely always feel like we grow and we learn from it. And we try our best to always see how we could get better. Mm-hmm. And I think we did a good job of making adjustments. As always, people would like definitely more episodes. We would like to give you more episodes.
We working on that.
But on the same token, we don't want to drown y'all with a bunch of stuff either. You know what I mean? So,
overkill.
Right. We ain't trying to overkill either. So, but, we'll do some of the things we talked about, especially we definitely want to get more guests on our show. I know we did a couple episodes with some guests. We even had live guests here. So we're going to incorporate a little bit of both, do some more virtual or live guests. So if you're interested, definitely let us know, reach out. So, we could kind of finalize our list.
Yeah. We're always open for suggestions. And again, we are going to start incorporating more guests. So don't think, I don't have nothing to say, I don't want to do it. Reach out. Hit us up. It'll be a good conversation. It'll be some fun. Because we like to have fun.
Definitely.
Sure.
And, a couple things that we kind of started towards the ending of the year that now we feel like, we definitely want to promote and put more out there is changing our diets and it's been working out pretty good, especially for me, cutting back on a lot of things, some of my favorite foods. I don't eat like that. I didn't drink alcohol for a little over 60 days. Of course, my birthday just passed, so, I went overkill. But the fact that I don't feel like I need to drink on a regular, not that I had a problem, but it was just more of, not leaning on, I got to, if I go out, I got to drink. I've been able to go to the casino, sit at the bar, and just
everything.
Order,
football.
Yeah, order just,
everything.
A Sprite, you know what I mean? Or some water, and I felt good about it. So, and making those adjustments, man, I've been feeling good. I'm back in the gym. Mm-hmm. So it's just a lot of health changes and lifestyle changes that, I'm real proud of and I want to put out there. It's okay.
I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it, baby.
Because it starts by example. Like, that's what I mean by leading by example. Sometimes it may not be something that I want to do, but while I'm watching my partner do it, I was like, shit, I got to jump on board. And last year I came across an unexpected situation with my health, and it shook me to the point where I was like, oh, okay, well, we dealing with this, huh? This is what we gonna do. And I had to make some changes, and I wasn't used to it. I struggled with it. Anybody that's ever dealt with a heart condition, it will throw you for a loop. Mm-hmm. And the first thing he said was we, because me having that also affects him. So any changes that I had to make, he was like, we gonna do this and we gonna do that. So that was our big lifestyle change that we decided, fuck it, let's just go for it. We gonna do it. Let's talk about this beat day.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
New York City.
I'm gonna do a little clap, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely just celebrated a birthday.
Can we talk about the extra birthday with this guy?
We're still on birthday week mode, you know what I'm saying? But my birthday was January 24th, and the brother just turned 47, yo. Let's give it up for that, yo.
Give it up for the 47.
47.
When I say he's the birthday extra, it's this guy. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't celebrate no holidays. So
He doesn't. So his birthday is
I
huge.
feel like I'm going to go all out for you. You know what I mean? Go extra out for me.
He got a couple extras. He got hard for me, but extra for him. Okay.
Yeah, no, but you know.
What did you decide this year? Because it wasn't my decision. It was yours.
Yeah. She asked me what I wanted to do, you know, and we've been trying to save for something else. We're trying to make happen before the year's up. But so I like nothing crazy, you know. Let's go to New York. You know, the Knicks is playing at the Garden. I haven't been to the Garden in years to watch my boys.
My first time.
So we got some tickets. Of course, got a couple of my brothers, his wife, and then my other brother brought his son. And we was able to watch the game against Cleveland, and we won. But for me, the highlight of the trip is a couple things. Highlight of the trip is just spending some time with her in the city I grew up in.
Yeah, it's always a good experience.
So she can understand my roots a little bit. Spending time, of course, with my peoples. The pre-game at my hotel room was amazing.
It was so good. We had a good time.
It was almost 7:30. Game started at 7:30. We still in my hotel room. You know what I mean? So
cutting up.
Yeah, just laughing. You know what I mean? She took her first shot of Hennessy ever.
You just ain't gonna do the rest.
Right, that's what I'm
do all
saying.
of it, yeah. Do all of it and then do the water. You're gonna feel it in here.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, go.
Go. Ay. Oh, she took that.
Put that out there.
Yeah, I had to put that. I got video.
Yo, what is wrong with Hennessy?
I got video.
Horrible. Oh my gosh. I was like, what is the hype about this? First shot. First and last.
But yeah, it was cool. And then before we left, we went, my favorite rapper is Nas, so I gotta support whatever he has. So definitely stop by one of his restaurants. Sweet Chicks for the chicken and waffles. That's my man, but shit wasn't all that to me. I ain't gonna lie. It was alright.
Nasir.
Yeah, it was alright. I don't know if that was like the side one. It was the one in Manhattan. He got, he just opened up another one in Manhattan. He just announced today. But
wow,
the one on Delancey Street. It was alright.
It was okay. I'm glad we experienced it.
We experienced it. But yeah, it was my birthday. I appreciate it, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You made it happen. Got some tickets. My peoples came through.
It's always good to see you in your element. So when, anytime we can all get together, it's always cool. It's different for me because I'm always surrounded by my circle. It's different for him because a lot of his circle is spread out. So when he has the opportunity to spend time with them, it's a plus because we just all vibe and everybody fall into place and it's nothing but laughs, nothing but a good time. When I say a good time, we had a time last
night. You know what I mean?
Woo! But it was all love. It's so good. So shout out to the family for coming through for him because they show up. They do. They show up. So it was cool.
You gave a beautiful birthday toast too.
From the
Make
heart.
a toast, baby.
I'm gonna make a toast to this amazing person who I have witnessed get better and better every year. And I'm just glad to be your life partner. And I never want you to think your hard work and sacrifices go unnoticed. I love you. Happy birthday.
Man, baby, we gotta go to the game. You trying to make me take your clothes off now. All right.
Meant every word. So again, they keep talking about celebrating your loved ones, giving people their flowers while they're here. That's something that we've been focusing on anyway, but I don't want to wait until a big moment to give him his flowers. So I try to reassure it because he gives it to me. So That's big.
All right, but let's talk about what we got coming up for 2023. What's some of the things that could expect more from 1 + 1
So
= 2?
again, we are going to push it. We're going to keep saying it. Y'all going to see us posting it over and over and over. More shows, more episodes. And we are going to start soliciting. If y'all don't reach out, we going to reach out to some other guests and just have people on, have some different perspectives. It's a lot of things going on in the world, so our topics are going to touch everything relationship-wise. So, again, if you're interested, reach out to us and let us know. But that's something that we're definitely going to be working on more of.
Yeah, and we take our platform serious. You know what I mean? So if you're reaching out and you're trying to be on,
don't bluff us.
But before that, even before I reply, I'm gonna check you out. So if you ain't even worth a reply, you may not even get a reply. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Because our platform is serious. We're
working on this.
We're not just talking about relationships. It's about uplifting relationships. So we on that positive vibe. You know what I mean? We identify areas of opportunities, but we're about uplifting relationships. 1 + 1 = 2.
Right, for sure.
All right, so let's get ahead and get to the topics. What is our first 2023 topic, baby? What we starting them off with?
So we want to tie all in together, right?
Here we go.
So we want to talk about couple goals. Now, don't get it twisted. Individual is always key, and I think individual goals should come first. Yes. Because if you're not right, you can't be in a we. So he's working on individual goals. I'm working on individual goals. But we made it a priority to set it, discuss it, and agree on couple goals.
And before I mean to cut you off, babe, but always got. And I know we talked about goals in the past, but the reason why we talking about them because it's a new year.
Right.
And with new year come new challenges, new changes, new goals. So you gotta adjust and you gotta change.
Right.
All right, baby. I'm sorry.
So again, no, that's a good point to make. The importance of it, and we were trying to decide. Well, just because it's important to us, do you think other people feel that way? And I was like, why wouldn't you, as a couple, think that goals are important together as well as individual? So, what do you think?
I mean, having goals, period, is going to make you a more effective person.
Correct.
And whatever you do, whether it's at your job, individually, in the couples, or, at your after school program, whatever it is. If you set goals, if you know what you're going to do, you just wake up and be like, okay, I know I have a schedule, boom, 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 boom. You're going to be a more productive and effective person. So with that being said, having couple goals is going to make y'all an effective and more productive relationship. And I think, and we was talking about this as we was prepping for the show, I think sometimes people, when they hear the word goal, they think it has to be a dream. Something that may not ever happen. And it's not true.
Unreachable.
Yeah, something that's unreachable. You want to set goals that are a little
obtainable.
Challenging. Challenging, of course, but obtainable. So, and it could be small goals, it could be big goals, it don't have to be nothing crazy, but when you have goals and you set yourself up for success, you're going to have a better outcome, in my opinion.
In a relationship, I've noticed with you and I, when we set couple goals and we've reached that goal, it is such an amazing feeling, you guys. Like, it's one of those, I can't put it into words exactly, but we set small, medium, large. And it may not go in that order. We may have a really large goal that we're working on, and then we get it done. We set a medium goal, and it may get pushed back a little bit, but that doesn't mean it's not going to get done. That just means we changed the timeline. Right. So I feel like a couple needs to be more flexible. But you need to sit down and discuss it. I don't want you making a goal for me.
That's the key.
Discussion.
Communication.
Because
I think, and you might be already doing couple goals. You guys haven't sat down and just had that communication.
Right.
Because if you save up for a trip, if you save up to send your kid here, if you save up for our groceries every other week, if you know what I mean, house chores, all these things are goals that if you accomplish them together and set the schedule, everything else becomes a lot easier. So small ones, mediums, and large ones, like you said, I like how you put that. If you set those little small ones, hey, let's make sure every week we have a movie night. No matter what's going on, let's make sure we have, some playtime in the bedroom. Whether it's something quick.
It's playtime.
Yeah, whether it's something quick or something planned out.
No quick.
You know what I'm saying? It just sometimes it gotta be like that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta communicate and have these goals. Don't assume because hey, I know you, I've been with you for a long time, so I know how you think.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool, but on the same token,
discuss it.
Have a conversation. Hey, what kind of goals you want to have?
Because I don't want you making a goal for me and I don't know. We ain't discussed it. I didn't agree to that. Who said that?
Like the threesome.
No, we discussed that. That's not a goal. that's in your
goal.
mind.
No, that's a goal of mine.
That's your goal in your mind.
That's what I'm saying.
But we discussed it. It's
okay.
never going to happen. So just shoot that goal, wipe it off. Damn. It's not going to happen.
Damn.
So again, small, medium, large, small, whatever order you put it in as a couple, you need to discuss it, agree on it, and then implement. Execute.
But I also think you should have a goal in there that both of y'all may not necessarily agree at the beginning. Because it adds it adds a little bit of a challenge. And I'm not saying a goal that's negative. Say like if you guys both have a shopping issue, right? You both love to shop. Hey, let's set a goal of instead of shopping every time we get paid, let's do it every other time we get paid. At first, each of you may be like, fuck out of here. Every time I get paid, I get this. So it's just...
I think he's trying to slide something over here about the shopping.
No. I don't got no problem with what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to paint a picture so people can understand.
Okay.
Sometimes you may have to have a goal in there that you guys may not at first agree on, but y'all willing to work on. Okay. But when you have things that get you out of your comfort zone a little bit, it just kind of makes you work a little harder. So also, if you're not already working on goals, then start small. You know what I mean? Take your time. Don't just tomorrow get with your partner and y'all set up 10 goals and y'all ain't ever talked about goals before. You know what I mean? Like
small.
Right. So if you can't do daily, then you want to start maybe weekly or monthly, and then set up your every 3 months goal, your quarterly, and then your semi-annual, and then your yearly goals. I think that's a conversation that you should have with your partner every year.
But see, that breakdown that you just gave, I have that mindset. I've always had that mindset, but the way that you started to implement it came from sounding like your business. Semi-annual, this quarterly, this. See, if you are not involved with somebody who has the entrepreneurial lane, the way that it's broken down for us may not translate, but you can still do it as well. I write stuff down. I like to keep schedules. I like to plan my stuff out. Wait, even if it's in advance. That's just how I operate. I like to say, okay, I'm going to do this in 6 months. I'm going to start saving now. I'm going to set it aside. So, again, it has to be what works for you and your partner, but just still make it obtainable.
Life for me, personally, has been so much better communicating with my partner. I may not have to tell her every single thing I'm thinking, my mind, but I talk to her a lot. There's a lot of plans I bring to her. They get X at that first conversation we had, but I bring it to her. Another one she loved, another one she got to warm up to it, but I feel so relieved because I know I'm not alone no more.
Right.
Even though in past relationships I could have felt like I was in some type of partnership, but I was never opening up and discussing it. So sitting down with your partner, like you talked about having that entrepreneur background and also corporate background. Right. Communication is the key to everything. That whole quarterly, semi-annual.
That's how you get bonuses, everything in the corporate.
Talk.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's corporate talk. That's what they do. So if you incorporate that, you got to make it work for you.
I was guarded. I never shared any thoughts because it would get shot down or I didn't have somebody I could trust with it. So for me, once he started opening up, it opened up the door for me. And I was like, I felt safe enough to say, okay, what about? And it didn't get shot down. He was like, all right, I'm with it. Okay, cool. Some things, like he said, no, that's not a good idea. Some of the things personally that I'm working on, I went to him with it because I value his opinion, his guidance, and I knew this was something that he had experience with. So it has helped, but it also helped me open up. This, like I said, the fact that I could see the change that he was communicating helped me to want to communicate and help me do it. So we just telling y'all what we walked through.
Yo, we beat it in your head, man. Communication.
Because it has changed
Yo,
our life.
You, if you with somebody, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care who you are, I don't care how long you've been in a relationship. If you are the person right now and you're not able to have open conversations with that person, your relationship is over. It's done. It's done. Whether you want to admit it now or later, your relationship is done. It's done. If you can't, and I'm not saying, hey, let me give you a confession or anything I did. I'm not saying that.
Forgive me, Father.
Yeah, you don't have to take the route that I'm taking. I just feel like I had done so much dirt that I just got to go extra hard and be so open. Right.
Yes.
I'm not. You don't have to go that far. If you start now and be communicate with your partner and just open up. But if you feel like you need to call your homeboy or your homegirl to have a serious conversation that you can't have with your partner, your shit is over.
Okay, I like that one. So let me ask you a question. Can you have a relationship if there's some sort of weakness? And I don't mean cheating. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, I don't know if I want to use the word weakness. I'll say
area of opportunity.
A gap.
A gap.
A leak.
Okay.
Like an example, right? Okay. Stereotypical. If you have a man,
okay,
and your man cannot help put something together from IKEA, he's not handy at all, right?
Oh, so if you have a female that can't cook,
right? Even though it's stereotypical, we just saying, we throwing it out there. How do you feel about? Is there room for improvement, or do you just be like, I don't know? Because again, some men are awesome cooks, and they don't care if the woman can cook. That's not that she's a bad woman. She just can't cook. And some women are okay with doing it themselves because they know how to they've been doing it. They know how to put everything together. A bed, a dresser, whatever. And that man don't have to fix nothing. I think it depends on, I'm just going to be honest.
Okay.
I think it depends on what you want and need in that relationship.
My answer would be yes.
Okay. I think
now, well, my answer is a sentence. It's not a one-word answer. My bad.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a sentence.
How?
My answer is yes. But I would definitely take into consideration the type of weaknesses that you have. Because if your weakness is you lazy, you're not motivated, or you just can't keep a job, you're not consistent, I don't want no part of you, even though you're not a cheater.
Right, you don't cheat.
Right, you don't cheat.
But you do.
But you don't got
all
a job.
This other shit
you don't bring nothing to the table. Because
Okay.
I'm also going to think, well, man, I can make you better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you looked at me that way, but you made me better. I definitely had some weaknesses that included cheating. But I had some weaknesses, and obviously you thought of my strengths was a lot stronger or worth it. Or on the same token, you probably thought, I could help him change. To me, you helped me change. I don't know how you looked at it, but you the cause. You part of the reason. All right, my kids, part of the reason for me wanting to change. Like,
Yeah, I agree. Because a certain weakness you can have, and I'm just saying it, I'm just going to put it out there. Being with somebody with certain weaknesses drove me out. That's why I cheated. And the scale was always tilted. So going forward, I'm not going to do the same thing. I'm going to look for certain things differently because I'm not going to be a cheater. So like you said, I'm going to take cheating out of the conversation. And now what am I going to look for?
Yeah. I mean, it plays a part when you're picking a partner, if you got the right partner.
Of course.
All those things come into consideration. I just feel like you put each weakness on the scale. And then you decide, Now, don't be dumb and ignore the weaknesses.
Flags.
And then just automatically feel, well, you know, I'm that bitch, I'm that nigga, so I could change that person. And you're not really identifying this person's weaknesses to see if you can even deal with it.
Tolerate it, right.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Let me tell you something. When women sometimes get married, I don't know about a man, but when we get married, we get that piece of paper, we think it's all over. We don't have to do anything else. All the weaknesses that we had, we can still have them. It's like, oh, okay. Or if your partner has it, he's not going to change just because you just got married. It doesn't work like that.
So let me ask you, you think being cheap is a weakness?
I think being cheap is a choice. I do.
Yeah.
It's a personal choice that people make. And some people call it being conservative. Some people call it being frugal. But again, what do I consider cheap? Because my taste and my lifestyle is my taste and my lifestyle. I can't put that on other people. I think it depends on your version of what you want to consider cheap.
I think social media plays a role in that too. Where
100%.
everything is more of you gotta pay, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. And, you know, sometimes some of our best dates are here in the crib, cooking a home cooked meal, kicking our feet up on the recliner and watching a movie. You know what I mean? And
we've had dates up here financially where it costs a whole shitload just for a date. And then we've had subs in the parking lot playing music and was like geeking, having a good ass time. So I think you balance that out. But I'm not gonna always want to just sit in the house.
Let me tell you, when we was in New York, all right, this is why I love my baby. We was in New York, right? Now, I haven't eaten bread in like over 2 months. I did slip up like one time. I ate some turkey burger sliders, but I haven't really eaten no bread. But of course, going to New York, I'm gonna get me a hero, which is a sandwich, a sub for my people in
right, because we didn't know. We get that all mixed up.
Sub, but we call it heroes. People get the chopped cheese. I like to get the honey turkey, Swiss cheese. That's my flow. Lettuce, tomatoes, mayo, salt, and pepper. So it's only a couple spots I get it from. And we went to one of my favorite spots in Spanish Harlem. And of course, this is a bodega. It's a deli. There ain't no sit down seats. There ain't no area to eat. We ain't had no car because we took the bus to New York. So I'm like, look, babe, I want to go get me a sandwich. Are you going to be okay with us standing on a street corner in East Harlem eating our sandwich? She was like, hell yeah, we good. And that's what we did. We got our
hand sanitizer.
You know, we just ate them.
Pull out paper.
You know what I'm saying? So it was shit like that I don't take for granted that, again, you know what I'm saying? We could be at a 5-star, no problem, but just being able to be on a corner.
Adapt to that. And it was so good.
And bust down the sub. You know what I'm saying? So good. Bust down a hero. That shit was priceless. You know what I'm saying? So right. I appreciate you, babe. You know what I mean?
That was cool. So one of the pending topics that I've been seeing a lot, and he had no idea what the hell I was talking about. But it happened to one of our favorite R&B singers. Like, we both love Fantasia, right? And Trey doesn't follow personal things with any celebrity. He couldn't tell you who baby mama, who baby daddy, who did what. He doesn't follow it. But Fantasia years ago was involved in a situation. She met a young man. He did not disclose he was married. In her state, Charlotte, North Carolina, you have to be mindful of your state laws, right? They started publicly being together and photos, paparazzi, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, he was legally still married to his wife, not separated, not living separate, whatever the case was. That wife filed alienation of affection. She sued.
What?
She sued Fantasia.
What's the word?
Alienation of affection.
Alienation.
So what that means is the spouse is saying, hey, I'm in the dark. I did not know that this person was fooling around. But in the state that we live in, I can also sue the mistress, male or female, for alienation of affection from my spouse. I'm like, what the hell? Why are you blaming the outside person instead of just divorcing your spouse, right?
So Fantasia suing the mistress.
No. they had a son together. Her baby daddy's wife sued her.
Oh.
Right.
Wow.
So fast forward. One of the housewives, same situation. She's seeing a guy and he's still legally married. His wife is suing her for alienation of affection. So again, that falls back on where do you put the blame? Instead of putting it on the spouse, they're suing the outside person for alienation of affection.
Well, I'm big on accountability. So
Right. Where does the accountability lie?
Right. So, me personally, the times that I have let my partner down, sometimes I had to catch myself in the sense of like, damn, man, when you gonna get over it? You know what I mean? Again, avoiding the accountability part that
Right.
I'm the one who did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? She got every right to be upset, whether it's a week, a month.
However long it takes
Right.
you.
I fucked up. So,
Right.
that accountability. So the fact that, another person can sue, that's crazy.
So depending on our state, right? This is why it's so important to know your state laws, do's and don'ts. If you move to a state, you and I go, we going to North Carolina. Your ass step out of line, I'm suing that hoe. I'm gonna sue whoever she is. She work at Target. I'm suing that hoe.
You gonna get some of that Target money?
That's right. I'm getting all that Target money.
So are people gonna look at you crazy though? Like, how you gonna sue her when it's your dude?
That's my point.
You still gonna be with the dude?
No, after I kill him, I'm still gonna sue her because I gotta pay for my lawyer. I gotta get bonded out.
Damn.
I gotta all that. So why not? But alienation of affection has now become the norm. So
Fellas,
I don't know if that's meant to keep the men in line.
Check the laws. Check the cheating
Check the
laws
law.
in the state. Check the cheating
In your
laws in the state. You know what I mean?
But
Before
that's
you
true
doing
facts.
what you
You ain't even gotta have a kid. If you're legally married, your spouse can go back and say, hey, this happened, and judges are starting to award the spouse.
Yeah, look, hey, before we get out of here, big shout out to my baby T-shirt, man. She always come through with them official joints. She got the Scarface joint on.
Say hello to my
Say
little
hello
friend.
to my little friend. What's your favorite Scarface line or
What
scene?
is your favorite
Let us know in the
Scarface
comments.
line?
You know what I'm saying? Let us
Classic.
know
And
in
if
the
you haven't
comments.
seen it, just go ahead, don't comment.
Yeah. You already know. But hey, man, I'm your boy Troy Verdejo.
I'm your girl, Gina Verdejo.
And this is 1 + 1 =
2.
Relationship is all about.
Addition and subtraction.
We appreciate y'all
Welcome
tuning
back,
in, y'all.
2023.
Spread the word.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Share and subscribe.
It's free.
Share and subscribe.
Peace.